Creative minds have led the way throughout all of history's innovations and growth. Through poetry and art, they challenge the idea of what's possible, and shine a spotlight on the society that birthed them. Poetry and the Creative Mind Day is set aside to honor the bright and glittering jewels that are the minds of these creative pioneers. Most of us are introduced to poetry and art at an early age, whether it's the nursery rhymes sung by our parents, or the combination of poetry and art in books like Dr. Suess and Shel Silverstein, The Artist of Where the Sidewalk Ends. Poetry and Creative Mind Day is a great time to dig up some of your favorite old poems and read them, or sing a favorite old nursery rhyme. If your talents lean more towards the physical mediums, you can take out your paints or pencils, or any other form of art you enjoy. If you've never been the creative sort, Poetry and Creative Mind Day is a great day to pick up that opportunities. There are so many great ways to celebrate it, including memorizing old poems, or writing your own. If you're the adventurous sort, you can leave poetry in creative places today. You can leave snippets of poem on the inside of bathroom stalls on sticky notes, print them out and leave them on desks, drop inspirational poems in the collection bowls of the needy, or anywhere else. Poetry readings are another great way to celebrate, and are still a common sort of gathering of creative minds. If you can't find a poetry reading, you can certainly try to organize one. There are many ideas regarding the poet's role in society, as the compressed nature of information in poetry tends to directly reach into the subconscious of a people. It creates imagery and evokes memories and emotions of events going on in and around people. It has been said that writing is where thought meets impulse, allowing the conscious mind to communicate with the subconscious. It is the opinion of some that it becomes the responsibility of the poet to use this communication to reveal the truth to those unable to see it. Poetry comes in many forms, from William Shakespeare's iambic pentameter, to the rigid structure of the Japanese haiku, to the simple rhyming nature of children's nursery rhymes. Poems can come in many different forms. Take for instance acrostic poetry, that form by which a word of a person's name is used to write poetry, using the letters of the first name to form the framework of the poem. If you've ever seen poetry done in a particular shape, such as a rainbow or tree, you've read examples of concrete poetry. And these are just a few of the hundreds of different types to be found throughout the world and its thousands of cultures. For Poetry and Creative Mind Day, take your brain out, dust it off, and introduce it to the beauty of poetry again. Remember that we hear poetry every day, as every song on the radio is based off of a poem, called lyrics simply because they are placed to music. Poetry isn't just for high school English and liberal arts classes, it is a very powerful and real way to express our thoughts and emotions and share them with our fellow man, or just get them out onto paper. Don't let Poetry and Creative Mind Day pass you by without writing one of your own, and maybe sharing it with others to encourage them to write their own.